everybody. Hello everyone. I'm back now to make the rest of the beer soap, the other steps. Now here's our frozen beer. I'm making two 1.5 batches that will go into my 3-pound mold. Now I'm doing it that way because I know for a fact, I have absolutely no doubt that this is going to seize up on me. So I'm going to do this in small batches, so I don't have soap sitting around solidifying while I'm pouring the other soap. So, something you need to know about this that you can't tell from watching is that this stinks. I am just very slowly adding the lye to these beer ice cubes. They've been boiled and frozen, so there might be some alcohol, but not much left, and the sugars are definitely still there. The main thing I wanted to get rid of was the carbon dioxide. If you don't do something like this, you could have a live volcano. It could just overflow on you. So this is a cautious step that I'm taking. And it's working quite well, but you know what? It absolutely stinks. It gives off the smell, like, ooh. But it goes away. When you make the soap, you don't smell this smell. I remember the smell well from last year. I only make beer soap at the holidays. It is a perfect stocking stuffer for that one person who loves beer, who may be hard to shop for. So what better than a beer soap? I mean, how cool is that? There are some people on this planet that are very difficult to shop for. Even when you've tried your best. Like, I love my new gloves. Even when you've tried your best, they don't ever seem to really be happy with what you gave them. Difficult people. Look at these. Much better, huh? And I can reuse them again and again. The trick was, it took me a long time to find these. I only found them in Sobeys. I'm allergic to latex and I'm allergic to rubber. Like, both of them make my hands break out in dreadful, horrible bumps. Like, it's just horrible. And you know, if I did that, there's no way I could sell my soap. Everyone would think I got it from the soap. So I find I need to be careful with my hands because I'm going to be judged. People are mean, huh? When I first discovered my latex allergy, I was living in Toronto and I didn't know what was wrong with me. I was working in a lab and I was using latex gloves every day in that lab. Looking back, I'm angry that those were the only gloves they offered me. But, you know, whatever. People were so mean to me. Like, my hands looked hideous. I got to the doctor as soon as I could. I thought I had lupus. But I would get on the streetcar and people would move away from me because they thought I was sick or something. Mean people. All I had was a latex allergy. The doctor knew right away. He asked me, "What do you do for a living?" And I told him I work in a lab. And he knew, and he said, "So you wear gloves every day?" I said, "Yes, I do." And he knew automatically. He was like, "Okay, you have developed. You can develop this allergy. You don't have to have it initially. You've developed a latex allergy from wearing those gloves every day." So you don't have to have it already. You will eventually get it if you keep wearing latex. But nitrile and vinyl are better. I think neoprene is another one. I don't know what I'm wearing now, but it just said non-latex, and they feel wonderful. Interestingly, is what I've learned is that shea butter has a similar molecule to the latex molecule that people are allergic to. So if you're allergic to latex, you might have problems with shea butter. So if I ever have anything with shea butter, I mark it well. So you can see very clearly that this product is shea butter. I avoid all nut oils. And we don't use palm. First off, because it's not sold in our city, and we're trying to only buy locally, you know. Trying to be sustainable here. Help locals, and then they stay open and employ people. And the fragrances I order from Ontario. But besides nut oils, we also don't use very many of these butters. People seem to be allergic to them. Sometimes I will for more luxurious soap, but I put it on the labeling. And I'll tell people. Often when I have customers at my craft shows, I ask them, do you have any allergies? Because I know what's in every soap. I never want anyone to have a reaction because I know how horrible that is. It's Megan. I'm back now to cut my beer soap, and it smells just like the fragrance. Cognac and Cubans. I don't smell any beer. I kind of ruined it a little bit taking it out of that mold, so we'll do our best cutting it. See if I can make this look good. So I'm just going to turn my cutter here, and before I cut the whole, I have it backwards. No, I don't. Need to clean my cutter. So I realized I just was watching and editing the first part of this video and realized that when I was talking about the streetcar, that might not have made sense to everyone. Why my hands, you know, what it had to do with the streetcar, that my hands had an allergy. They had all these bumps on them. So I'm going to show a picture right there, of what it looks like on a Toronto streetcar. It is not as, it was very, very rare that I ever sat on a streetcar. You get on and hang on, and it takes twists and turns and sharp turns, and you need to just, you know, hang on for dear life. And everyone can see your hands. And when this happened to me, it was summer, so I couldn't just hide my hands under gloves. In retrospect, that's what I should have done, but I didn't. People would just look at me disgusted. It's funny, I told someone today that I was making beer soap, and I was kind of slow on the catching on. He said it must have lots of suds, and you know, that's a pun. So I was like, instead of me realizing that was a pun, I was shocked that this person knew about sugars in soap. I said, it does, because the sugars are still there. And he was just looking at me like, that was a joke. So that was just today. I made a fool out of myself, I suppose. So these ones are all white, little white hearts. And the last one. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm going to show you what that sound is. You hungry, kitty?